Shadows of Evil is, without a doubt, the greatest zombies map ever created. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why I believe that. Now, I've been playing zombies for about 10 years now, and in that time, I've played a wide variety of maps across different games. However, I have not played a map that many still to this day put in their top 3 maps of all time. That map being Mob of the Dead. Now, before you click off this video saying that my opinion is invalid, hear me out. This is my opinion based off my own experience that I've personally had playing zombies. Alrighty, enough about me. Let's get into what makes Shadows of Evil so damn good. Shadows of Evil takes place in Morgue City, a fictional noir-inspired city that feels like a blend of 1940s Chicago and New York. The elegance and the flair of that era really pulls you in instantly. Also, not to mention the smooth jazz music that's playing throughout the entire map, which really adds even more character to this already realistic and unique setting. But speaking of character, there are 4 new ones. First up, we got my personal favorite, Nero Blackstone. He was once the best magician in the world, but suddenly became the worst overnight due to unknown reasons. And on top of that, Nero was deep in debt and also had a wife that spent his money recklessly. So he did something that any reasonable man would do. He killed her. I mean, that's pretty reasonable, right? Next, we got Jessica Rose in her little freaky ass intro. Like, just look at this shit, bro. Anyways, Jessica's a burlesque dancer with the dreams of becoming a big-time Hollywood actress. So, to try to accomplish her big goal, she dates a film producer to fast-track her way to the fame. But people begin to catch on to this, so guess what she does? Makeup. Now we got Jack Vincent. He's a cop, but not so much an ideal one. He accepts money from criminals, letting them off the hook, but the mayor finds out about this and sets out an investigation for him. Jack panics and kills all the associates of the criminals to hide the evidence. You see a redeeming theme here? Lastly, we got Floyd Campbell, my bad. He's a boxer who can become the #1 contender if he beats Tony King in a boxing match. The only problem is, he hasn't boxed in a very long time. So he puts brass knuckles underneath his boxing gloves and kills Tony to win the match. Now, I'm assuming you've caught on to the theme here of what all 4 of these characters have done, but if you haven't, they're all sinners, which is exactly why they're sent here to this nightmarish alternate version of Morgue City filled with zombies and much more. And even though they've all done bad, I really like these 4 characters. They all have great backstories and they're genuinely memorable. It almost seems like Treyarch put too much effort into them for them to only appear on one singular map.
You bear the mark. You are cursed. You must place your hand upon the stone.
Now, let's talk about the map design. There are 4 main sections above the ground and 1 main section below. Above the ground, each of the 4 sections corresponds to one of the 4 characters. So the spawn/middle area corresponds with Nero, the Footlight District for Jessica, the Canal District for Jack, and the Waterfront District for Floyd. Now, all 4 of these districts definitely can be valuable for training, but by far the best one is the Waterfront District. This district is the high ground strategy for this map, so that's why I personally think that it's the best. But below all the 4 sections, there's definitely the biggest part of the map, the Rift. This is where Pap is, Widow's Wine, and one of the statues for the sword. I personally think this map is really well put together. The map feels big, but at the same time, you can go from one side of the map to the other in literally 2 seconds with the use of the teleporters. Or, if you're not feeling those, you can just ride the tram to go from one district to the next. Now, it's time for one of the most important things in all of zombies. Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch on this map is a mix. Not extremely difficult to obtain, like Zetsubo no Shima, but also not super easy like the Giant. To get it, you have to obtain all 4 artifacts that correspond to each character as well as the summoning key and do each ritual for all 4 characters. Once this is done, you can go down to the Rift and do the final ritual, which is very anticlimactic considering how the music sounds while this is going on. Since we're on the topic of music, let's talk about the music in this map. The music is great, and it's also the same music that's been playing in the background of this entire video, which proves as to why it's so good. The jazz music just gives this map an extra oomph to make it even better than it already is. It really sets in the tone of the map, but not only that, the perk jingles have their own unique sound dedicated to Shadows of Evil. Like, just listen to Jug's jingle.
Something to make you feel strong. Reach for Juggernaut tonight. Sugar seduction delight.
When you need to feel big and strong.
Reach for Juggernaut tonight.
It really doesn't get much better than this. Now, for the innovation this map brings. I'm not going to spend too much time on these because I feel like you guys already know all of them. But first up, we got Beast Mode. Beast Mode is essentially a better version of Afterlife from Mob of the Dead. And yes, while I haven't even played the map before, I know this because many of other YouTubers have said that Shadows of Evil Beast Mode is way better than Afterlife from Mob of the Dead. The tram in Shadows of Evil is basically what the transit bus wanted to be. Fast, reliable, and not a total pain in the ass. There's no set timer for the tram, you call it, and boom, it's there. Now it's time for everyone's favorite, the wonder weapons. Starting off with the Apothecary Servant. Shadows of Evil introduced basically the best wonder weapon in all of zombies history to this day. The only downside to this wonder weapon is that the ammo is very limited, but besides that, it's almost impossible to die with. I mean, what do you expect? It literally shoots out black holes. Now, I don't know if the Apothecary Sword counts as a wonder weapon or not, but for the sake of this video, it is now. There's two versions of the sword. There's the upgraded version and the non-upgraded version. Starting with the non-upgraded version first. This version has two attacks, one being a swing attack that hits only one zombie at a time, and the other that slams down and kills multiple. The slam attack reminds me something like the Ragnaroks. Now for the upgraded one, which is definitely the better one of the two. You can kill multiple zombies with a single swing and can be placed down to literally kill zombies for you without you even having to move a muscle. Last but not least, the new enemies. Starting off with the Margwa, and is definitely my favorite mini boss of all time. It has 3 heads, each one opens up at different times. Once one of them open up, you need to shoot it and kill that head. Each head that you kill gives you a free 500 points, which is 1500 extra points in total for killing the Margwa fully. Next, the parasites, which are really annoying to deal with, but they barely do any damage and are extremely easy to kill, so they aren't really that bad. And finally, the meatballs. These are very similar to the annoyingness of the parasites, but they definitely do more damage than them. Also, they're literally just a reskin from Raps and multiplayer, so that's all we really gotta say about them. They just roll around and blow you up, that's it. Sadly, even the best of the best still have to have a downside. For this map, the only downside has to be the fact that the Easter egg is 4-player only, meaning you cannot do the whole entire Easter egg solo, which really does suck, and I don't know why Treyarch made it this way, but I digress. Now there are still ways to get around this and still do the Easter egg solo, like downloading a mod on Steam to allow the Easter egg to be done, but not everyone has that because it doesn't come with the regular game. Even though Shadows of Evil has a pretty big downside with the Easter egg, it makes up for it in all other aspects. Whether it's the bright and vibrant aesthetic of the city or the new 3-headed tentacle monster, the map's amazing, and that is exactly why I think that Shadows of Evil is the greatest zombies map ever created. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below what essay type video I should do next. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.